Hi everybody, hi and welcome to our Soul Tribe webinar. So I'm Tanya and I've been part of our beautiful program and our business now for over 2.5 years. So really loving it, absolutely loving what we have to share. You'll find tonight, for anyone who's here, welcome. And you will find tonight that there are two different ways that we really want to help people. So Soul Tribe are a collective group of mostly women, there are some men as well, who really love supporting others to grow themselves on every level. And so you'll notice that there are two separate ways that we support people to grow themselves. First of all, we have our beautiful customer base where we support people to grow their holistic wellness, their mind, body, and soul wellness through our beautiful program. And then the other side of it is we support people to grow independent, financial independence. So really growing something to really help their dreams come true. Because, hey, without wealth and health, what have we got, right? We don't have a lot left. So if we've got both of those things, we can actually do whatever it is that we want with our life. And so that's what we get excited about. We get excited about being able to share this with people and really doing something that makes a huge difference in their life. So and for me, it made absolute sense. I was really stuck in a place where I wasn't able to make my dreams come true. I was also really, really sick. So I was first introduced to this through our program. I was really unwell and had autoimmune disorder and adrenal fatigue. So I had masses of chronic pain every day. I also had a lot of exhaustion. So nana naps were normal for me. I really struggled to get through my day. So what you see here, I was a completely different version over 2.5 years ago. So this has literally changed my life. And so that's why I'm so passionate about what it is that we do, that we can really change people's lives. So for me, this made complete sense. And it may make sense to you, it may not, but if it doesn't make sense to you, you might know someone that it will. So thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to pass you on over first because first of all, we're going to show you a little bit about how our program and our nutritional support works. So I'm going to pass you on over to the beautiful Tammy, and Tammy is going to be sharing a little bit about our program and our nutritional support and how it is they work to support our customers. Thanks, Tammy.
Okay, hi everybody. So yeah, I'm Tammy and I am a self-confessed complete foodie. I really, really believe in healing and good health through nutrition, which is what got me really, really inspired and caught up into all of the wonderful things that we do here. And so I'm here to share a little bit about just what we offer. So when you become a customer with us and you join in our wonderful programs, what do you get? What do you get for your money? And so really we're here to I'm here to explain a few things tonight. One is we've got some really beautiful programs and we've got some wonderful products, but I want to just touch on the programs a little bit, which just have a really wonderful methodology around them. And so basically what we really believe here is that good health really, it's about a few things. It's about our central nervous system, it's about our digestive system, and it's about our immune function system as well. So we're really looking at ways of helping people who these days there's a lot of confusion around how to eat, what to eat, when to eat. There's so many different diets and fads and things around today, and we've just tried to break it down and present something that's a little bit simple to follow, or just maybe easier than the sea of different information and things out there. So we've really designed a formula that is based on what's on our plate and how to make it a little bit more nutritious for our families in a simple way. And so we've really looked at what people are doing out there. Most people's diet would consist of about probably 70% of the plate might be refined carbs and processed foods and just a lot of empty carbs and things that aren't really nutritious. And a lot of people don't even realize what a nutritious plate nutritious plate might look like. So we've formulated a different pattern that consists of we've got, let's start with our complex carbohydrates. We get most of our carbohydrates from plants, and particularly less starchy plants and less carby plants. So really our really yummy crunchy vegetables and cruciferous and things. We do about 60% of the plate based on healthy carbs and high fiber carbs. So then we would get about 30% of the plate would look at good healthy proteins, and a lot of those proteins would be would potentially be meat for meat eaters. There could be some really good high protein dairy. There could be tempeh, tofu, and vegan alternatives. So really looking at 30% of healthy proteins and whole foods, always whole foods. So then we go into our 10% of our plate would look at all our healthy fats and omegas. So we're really looking at our avocados and the high fat dairies, and seed oils, nut oils, hemp oils, coconut anything. That's pretty much the diagram that we'd be looking at for a healthy plate, and that's what we're offering up. And we've got a Plate Up program. We've got a few different programs that we run, but our Plate Up is what we really base all of our a lot of our nutritional information, guidance, recipes, meal plans, and everything from. So that's something that we've been really excitedly launching over the last sort of, I don't know, 6 months or so. It's been really lovely. So yeah, we've got our good food groups there, and the main thing is also what we've really got to think about is, I'm going to start from the top and work my way down, is our omegas, which is our 10%, that's really focusing on our central nervous system. It's nourishing our myelin sheath, which is basically our central nervous system, sends the messages everywhere. Really helps with stress management, cortisol production, and just balancing out a lot of the stress hormones and things in our bodies. So it's a really important thing to have, because as long as we've got our central nervous system fed, our stress hormones are a lot lower and we can process them a lot easier. Life becomes a lot happier. It helps us with stressful situations, and also helps us with our digestion, because when we're really stressed out, we're not able to sit down and enjoy a meal really well. So that's why our omegas are actually really essentially important. There's not a piece of the puzzle that's actually not important, but this is so important to get started, and it's also the smallest piece of the plate. So we've really got to make sure it's top quality. So then we would, and that's why I'm just going to bring in our nutrition range now while I'm talking about it. While we're talking about the omegas, this is of course what we supplement our program with, is the nutrition that goes alongside it. So for the omegas, for our Plate Up and the 10%, we totally love our little omega capsules, because they are fish free, they're vegan friendly, they're really power packed. They've got sea buckthorn, which is actually one of the most concentrated forms of omega-7. Yes, we have 3, 5, 7, 6, 7, and 9 in here, and we have picked all of the seed oils have been chosen specifically because they are the most powerful, concentrated for treating inflammation, central nervous system, nourishing just all of the joints and things in our body as well. So that's just a little intro into our omegas and why we take them. Is for our 10%, which is actually one of the most essentials. Then we would move down our body to our gut. Just checking I'm not talking too much. Okay. And we would then look at all of our good healthy fibers. We're looking at our carbohydrates that are got our high fiber, and that would then be a prebiotic, which is what most of the fibers and things in plants are, and also some little probiotics and things added as well. That's what we would want on our, that would be 60% of our plate. And so what we have to supplement our wonderful programs and our healthy Plate Up is our little protein shakes, which are actually high in a lot of those healthy pre and probiotics as well. Really yummy chocolate one. My favorite is the vanilla, and I've just heard that New Zealand's waiting for an order to come, so I'm like really excited for the vanilla to come. Anyway, in these, there's also some other wonderful things that help your gut. We've got a yucca powder, which is specifically a prebiotic. We've got mushrooms in here, which is a mood enhancer, along with niacin to really, really pick up our moods and make us feel really happy and good. And they just make your tummy and the little probiotic bugs in your tummy so happy. So these are our essential in between meals. Whenever I get a chance, I eat one of these, and my daughter has a couple a day. She's trying to gain, I'm trying to maintain, and between us we're really happy with our shakes. So that's our gut and digestive system sorted. And then the other thing that we have is then we've got our central nervous system going a little further down, and that we always support that with a lot of fresh fruit and veggies and berries. Got a berry here somewhere. Berries high in antioxidants. All of these are really, really high anti-inflammatory foods again, just like our omegas. Really, really good for sorting out anything your body's dealing with in terms of just needing strength, needing to support the immune system, anything like that. Really wonderful. And the reason is because they're just whole foods, 100% just fruits and vegetables that you'd normally have in your day anyway. Can't have too many, really. I don't know about you, but 30 a day sounds good to me. It's really bridging the gap. None of these products are really meal replacement. They're all just to really fill what we're not getting in our diet. And a lot of that is to do with the fact that, you know, all these products are grown to full ripeness. They're picked when they're ready from the farmers. Whereas in the supermarkets, the organic shop, my veggie box that's coming, they've been picked from the farmer. I don't know when they got to the warehouse, a couple of days in the courier, a couple more days in my fridge, not very fresh, okay? These things are smashed up as soon as they're picked, really ripe. They're then quickly frozen, quickly dried at low temperature. They're kept raw, full of nutrition, and then they're encapsulated. Everything is encapsulated to stop them oxidizing and aging. So they're really, really as fresh as they can be. And then just super quick. Ta-da! Every fruit, veggie, berry, order, all three, or the fruit and veg alone, you can sponsor any child of your choice. Look, I've already opened them. I've started eating them. Fruit and veggie chews. These are so amazingly delicious that, yes, they're for the kids, but we keep on buying packs for ourselves as well. We can't stop eating them. These are exactly pretty much the same as the capsules in terms of having all the ingredients, all the fruit and veggies in them. They're just made into a nice soft gummy so that the kids can eat them too, as well as some 4-year-old, 45-year-olds that I know as well. Yeah, so anyway, really, really lovely range, really yummy, and just full of nutrition to really bridge the gap. So I'm just going to wrap it up there. And Tanya, if I've left anything out, I'll let someone pick it up. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Love it. Always amazing, informative share. Thank you, Tammy. We're going to pass on over to Karina now, and she's going to share how this program has really supported her life. It's all yours, honey.
Hi. I'm just talking about the program and how it's helped myself and my daughter. I initially jumped on board because of my daughter. I was searching for something to help her. She last year had probably 75% absenteeism. So she was only at school about 25% of the time last year. She was prem. I had a kidney removed back 5 years ago. She's also had some bowel, bladder issues, a bit of anxiety. Yeah, so just a few, very low immunity, things like that. So I was really searching for something just to help her because she's now 14 and not far off doing NCEA next year. So I wanted to get this sorted so that it didn't affect her schooling in her future too much. So when I heard about how I could get my capsules and get her chews for free, I just, had to jump on board with that. And it's probably been maybe coming up 6 months, maybe not quite. Yeah, she is well, no one's been at school lately, but previous to all of this, she, you know, her attendance at school had risen to being at school probably about 60% at the time. And also, you know, her achievement was up as well. Sleeping better, and she still gets sick a little bit, but not quite as much as what she was, or it doesn't last as long when she does. She fights it off quicker. And for my own health, I've noticed that my mental health has been the most stable that it has been in a long time. I'm sleeping better, waking up in the morning feeling like I've actually slept, and, you know, wanting to get out of bed, not stay there. And also with our program, I have just really found all the body and soul aspects, and the mind aspects just as important as the nutrition and the body stuff. Personal development, all the community, and all of the you know, affirmations and mindfulness and everything that I've learned tool wise has just really enhanced every aspect of my life. Yeah, that's about it from me. I don't know who
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Karina. I totally agree with you. I love the mind and soul aspect of it as well. It's been a huge part of my life. So yeah, love it, how it really helps us to align and stay centered and grounded. Yeah, thank you for sharing, honey. I'm going to pass you on over to Emma now. And the beautiful Emma is going to share why she loves the program so much.
So much. I love the program. I love the products. So I am Emma. So I came across this amazing program in June last year because my beautiful friend at the time was helping me to look for a job, because I had just left my job a year prior, and I had been struggling to find a job. I was working in a bank for most of my life. And I was a single mum raising my kids pretty much on my own, working full time. And I was really, really sick. I had a daughter with bipolar. She was cutting herself. She was a real mess. She had so many mental health issues that I couldn't work anymore. I had to leave my job. I had to put my kids first, and it was a really hard time of my life, but I had to do it. I was struggling with depression. I was struggling with my health. I had been in and out of the doctor with chronic bladder infections for a long time. I was bloated all the time. My gut health was a real mess. I knew that my immune system was compromised. I had brain fog. My hair was falling out. My skin was a mess. I had eczema around my nose, candida, rosacea. I just felt my confidence was gone. I just felt like my whole life was just a shambles, basically. And so, I set out on my healing journey about 4 years ago. I was juicing every day. I was going to the supermarket and buying lots of different, foods and salmon and all that sort of thing to try and, get some good, like working on a paleo diet. I cut out gluten, I cut out dairy, I cut out sugar, because sugar just gave me an instant headache. I was taking all sorts of supplements and trying different detoxes as well. I had a lot of joint pain. I remember, just my back, my neck, my head. I was just really, really a mess inside my body. And I tried so many different avenues to try and help myself, and I spent so much money along the way. My mood was so low. I had anxiety really bad. I was getting panic attacks. And about a year at this time last year, I had a 3-hour panic attack, feeling of entrapment, and I just it was awful. I thought I was actually going to And I knew that I had to help myself because my doctor was giving me antidepressants and increasing my antidepressants, giving me sleeping pills. And, you know, with my daughter's health, you know, I just didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, if you know what I mean. And, you know, this program came along just in the nick of time, because I was at my wit's end. I didn't know what else I could do to try and help us. I couldn't sleep properly. Yeah, and yeah, I was just, I do believe I was working on my mind, but I just wasn't able to get. And once I tried the products, I just knew, because simple fruit and veggies, we all know fruit and veggies, you know, are good for us. But obviously, I just wasn't getting enough of the nutrients that my body needed. And I love how these, you know, these products, once I started taking them, I just started on the premiums. I got my energy back within a few days, and my skin started clearing up in a week. And I thought, oh my God, like all the stuff that I was trying did. And so I just knew that I was onto something good here. And once my daughter started taking them, we both just felt so much better. The program, it's been easy for me to follow all the recipes. We've got 500 recipes that I have access to, you know, and they're just so simple and easy for us to make as a family. And once I started, you know, learning about holistic wellness and, you know, getting into health refers not to only physical, but also emotional and spiritual wellness. And so this program was just aligned with what I needed for us at that time. And it's been an amazing experience. We've got, you know, meal plans, meal prep. It's so simple to follow. And once you start getting your health back, I just noticed that I could go walking, and, you know, my tummy started, you know, I wasn't constipated or had diarrhea anymore. It was just normal, you know what I mean? It was just flowing, and I just started feeling really, really good. So yeah, I couldn't be happier. We're very grateful. We're not on any medication anymore, which has been huge to us, you know, like 5 years on medication. Wow. My she just came round tonight for dinner, and she raided my cupboard. She took all the juice blast. She took all my complete shakes. She loves it just as much as I do. And she's vegan today. She's really changed her diet, and she couldn't be happier. 6 months ago, a year ago, I was worried that she wasn't going to be here. So we've come a long way. Thanks, guys. That'll do.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love tears. Thank you so much, Emma. That was so heartfelt, honey. Beautiful share. Beautiful share. So I love the program as much as Emma, as much as all of us on here. We just absolutely love it. It's, you know, changed my life as well, and my daughter's. But, you know, we're actually just going to switch gears a little bit and just talk about the business behind it. So when I first came on, I talked a little bit around how we have the other aspect of our business where it actually supports people to create an independent income, something to give them more financial security. So I'm just going to talk a little bit around this, because I know that when I first looked at this, I was a little bit skeptical, right? And for a lot of us, we are skeptical. So when I came into it, I was pretty keen to start something new, but I'd been involved in a few dodgy things way back in the 90s. So I was a little bit dubious about jumping into something. And one of the things that I was really concerned about was that, is it one of those things? Is it one of those pyramid-y things? And which was really interesting, because I didn't realize it at the time, but I was stuck in a job where I felt like I come from a social work background, stuck at the bottom, feeling like I was giving all of this to my clients all the time and getting a really limited income. So there was only so much income I was getting. And, and not being able to take the time off when I wanted, only having 3 weeks leave a year to be able to go away anywhere, to actually, even when I was sick, I had to actually ask leave to get the paid for sick leave. So, I felt really stuck in this. And when you look at it, the traditional business, every traditional business is shaped like a pyramid, right? You know, you have your CEO at the top, then you have all your management levels, and then you've got all the people like myself at the bottom, the workers at the bottom. And you know, how many times do we try and make some money in this corporate traditional business, and it's really, really difficult to do. You know, with such a limited number of people that can be employed, there's so much competition to actually try and get this. And so I thought, well, what am I going to do to try and build myself up where I can actually start creating more financial freedom, more income, so that my husband and I can travel the world like we want to. We can actually create a beautiful retirement fund where we don't have to worry about retiring and living off this tiny little pension, which scares me when I see what my mum's living off. I wanted something bigger than that. And what we were doing was not going to give us that freedom or that financial security. So what did I do? I applied for a job further up in the company, because that's what you do, right? And of course I couldn't get it because there was so much competition within the company. There was so much competition outside of the company. Only one person could get this job. And then what I thought I'd do, well, okay, so the CEO at the top's making lots of money, right? So what you've got to do is you've got to own your own business. So I looked at that. $400,000 just to invest in a business that I'd be lucky that I'd get anything back after 5 years, and I'd have to work hard and slog every single day in those 5 years. No way. To me, that was absolute madness, and I wasn't even going to go there. So, you know, when I saw our business model, it's so much fairer. It's so much more ethical, because every single person has the opportunity to make as much money as they want. They've got freedom and the flexibility of the lifestyle to be able to choose the hours that they work. And, you know, really you're getting paid, you're working part-time hours and getting paid a full-time income once you actually start building up your business. So it's a really beautiful opportunity to actually create that freedom and that financial security in your life. The income is not capped. There is no glass ceiling. It's completely 100% unlimited. And that's what I loved about it. So the beauty of it is you can create so much residual income, so that, you know, by the time I'm retired, I'm actually earning a lot more money. So I don't have to worry about living off a pathetic little pension, which really is quite scary. So and so for me, I saw the sense in it. It made complete sense for me. And of course, the other thing is what you're doing as part of this is you're also creating a beautiful community around you, a beautiful community of people who want the same thing. So we get to lift people up. The only way that you can ever get anywhere in this business is by lifting others up. And that's what I absolutely love about it. Being able to contribute to the world like that, to be able to contribute to a beautiful community who really want the same thing as us, is just amazing. And then of course there's the growth. I mean, Karina talked about the personal development that you get from our program, with the mind and soul aspects of it as well. Well, so does our business side of it. We have amazing opportunities for growth in this business. So that's something that I really, really loved about it as well. So I am really wanting to hear some more beautiful stories from a couple of our ladies. Promise we won't be long. Some quick shares around how this business has really supported their life and given them and helping them to get the dreams that they really want. So I'm going to pass you on over to the beautiful Kieran, and she's going to share why she loves this business so much. And by the way, you don't look like Poo Poo.
Hi guys, I'm Kieran, and I just wanted to take a brief moment to share with you why I decided to jump on the business side of this amazing program. Short story first, little trailer version. I fell across the products by accident and decided to jump on board. At the time, I was completely depleted emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I thought it was, what attracted me to this company was the community, and that's really what I was going for. So I jumped on board in that aspect just because the products looked amazing, and I wanted to try them to at least start healing myself from the inside out on that level. Now, being a big old skeptic, it took me quite a while to jump on board, unlike others in our team, just because it was something new. It was fear-based as far as not really knowing if I could do it, if I could achieve it. But in the end, ultimately, I decided to give it a go, and my life has changed exponentially since joining this amazing company and phenomenal global community, especially on the business side. As you heard before, some of with our team members, that personal development and growth is absolutely amazing. Never have I experienced in my entire working career, and have been a 9-to-5er. I still work my day job. Have I ever experienced a company that has invested so much heart and soul and time into us as ambassadors and who we are? I have done coaching on the outside and paid for it myself. And with this business, let me just tell you, you get as much coaching as you are willing to receive. And that's just a tiny part of what we do. What this business allows me to do is to dream big and manifest those dreams into reality. Coming from that, 9-to-5 environment, you don't get to spend much time with your family and your friends. And I've been overseas, so a lot of my time has been there. So coming back to New Zealand and having this amazing opportunity to jump into something new, to exponentially expand my personal development and grow and evolve, it has been phenomenal. But it is allowing me to be able to spend time with my nieces and nephews. I have older parents, so my goal and dream is to be able to hang out with them in the time that I have, and to just really soak in what life is truly all about, and that's being connected and centered and spending the time that we do have on this earth with the people that we love and being surrounded by that. This business is also allowing me financial freedom, and to do that, obviously, you've got to put in the mahi, but it doesn't seem like mahi when you are passionate about something that involves lifting others up and inspiring others to be the best possible versions of themselves. So that all aligned with who I am as a person and my life. I think compassion and humankind go a long way, and to be involved with, I have my own business basically, but be involved with a company that is giving back on a global scale to all those that are really willing and able to receive that is mammoth in my book, and residual income, yeehaw, wonderful. It will take time to build it up, but like I said, it's not work. It's something that becomes a passion, and I am truly, truly blessed and very proud of myself for pushing through my fear and taking a leap of faith and investing in me and who I am, and finding me, and allowing me to live life in my core values and share that with other people, and just raise people up. So the company as a whole, it works with your mind, body and soul, and to be able to share that with others is just joyous. So that's my little story. I'm sorry if I'm all over the map, but yeah, the business is wonderful, the products are amazing, and the proof is in the pudding with the people that you talk to. Thank you for listening. Hang on, Tan. We can't hear you, doll.
Sorry. You can't
There we
either.
go.
The silly
Handing
old
over
me.
to me.
Yeah, handing on over to the lovely Maxine now to finish. Thank you, honey.
I'm just laughing at this heavenly shaft of light that's coming down and hitting my head like I'm an angel, obviously.
You are.
Yeah, I absolutely love this business too. And while I'm sitting on here listening to everybody talk, I realized that I only knew 2 of the people on here before I started this journey. The the rest of the people on here I've met on the journey, and they're gorgeous. They're all just now like best friends, you know. I mean, that's got to be the surprising thing. I'll be completely honest, I got into this business for the money, but the soul and the things that it's given my heart, the friendships that it's given me, that was kind of a massive silver lining that I didn't even really realize would happen. So yeah, anyway, I'm Maxine. I have been in the business about 2 years. I had an amazing experience on the program with my asthma. My asthma's been healing wonderfully. I used to get lots of chest infections. I don't get sick anymore. Just incredible program and products. So, but I am here to talk about why I got into the business. My background is as a registered nurse, which gave me lots of amazing skills, but I think it was just really never really aligned with me, because it was not really a holistic way of helping people. Ultimately, you're always going for drugs or surgery, and a lot of the things that I saw happening with people were really lifestyle conditions. I mean, to be honest, most of the conditions that we're treating people for in hospitals are actually avoidable through their changing in their diet and their lifestyle. So I kind of got really sick of being in that environment. I went off and I trained in some natural health modalities, which was fantastic. It really aligned a lot more with how I wanted to work with people. And then I started up my own practice as a natural health practitioner, and I did really enjoy that. It was much more aligned. But again, I was still feeling like in many ways I was the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff. A lot of people coming to me with health problems that were fundamentally able to be helped by people changing their diet, changing their lifestyle, changing the way they eat, the way they move, all of the things, and, you know, changing their mindset, their spiritual, all of those things really, they're the fundamentals that really needed to be dealt with. And that's what I found in this program. I found exactly really what I was looking for in terms of the foundation that I wanted to provide people with to go forward and do anything. But also on a personal level, I was getting to the empty nest stage of my life. My children were leaving home. Even though I was running my own practice, I was still actually having to go and turn up to a job. It was very much like still having a job. And I was getting to the age where I really wanted freedom. I don't want to go to a job for another 20 years. I want to actually enjoy what remains of my life. You know, I'm at the age where I feel like every day really counts. And so I really loved the aspect of this business where I had total freedom. I could work the hours that I wanted. Could work when it suited me. I could fit it around other things. I could work from anywhere. I could travel. You know, I go visit my friends and I stay with them and I can keep working. I don't have to ask anybody permission for anything. That's a huge one for me. Anyone who knows me will know I don't like being told what to do. So I absolutely love the fact that I am the boss of myself. And, you know, that's got to be the ultimate in life, really, hasn't it? To be the architect of your own life, to not have to ask permission for anything. And to be able to create an amazing, abundant life in the process. So there's a lot to this business that we can talk about, but all I would say is if something speaks to you, if this hits you in the heart somehow, we're all normal people. We've all done it. We're all doing it. You can do it too. So if you feel something through looking at what you've seen here tonight, please reach out to the person that shared this with you, have a conversation, get more information, get your questions answered. There's no pressure. We're all just here to help you if it's what you want. So yeah, hopefully it will speak to you and you might jump on with us. That would be wonderful. So that's our webinar, and thank you for having a look.